Hi.
Hi. Hi. Okay, we're live.
Yay. You did it.
All right, everyone. So this is Patti. She is a mortgage lender at First International, and she's going to go over a couple of things with us today. One of the things I really wanted her to talk about, as I've been receiving a lot of questions, is about forbearance.
Yeah. So we also are getting a lot of inquiries on this, and we always have been schooling people as of late to think about it before you push the button. And we say that because there are many pieces that come into play with this. So, and I'm not the expert on this. I just, from the information that I've received, what it does is it is kind of like a student loan forbearance. So you literally are going to be stalling the interest and payments on this, and it will all come due and payable. Either you can put it on the back of the loan and have a modification done, but the interest is still due and payable, and any past due will have accrual interest on it. So I guess as a banker, I wouldn't advise to go that route. So if you can make your mortgage payment, I would advise that you do so.
Right, absolutely. So instead of being left with a huge lump sum in a couple of months, paying in smaller amounts would be smarter, right?
Yep, definitely. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. As far as refinancing right now,
oh gosh. So many refinance inquiries. We were going to touch on this because it's just been crazy busy, and we really appreciate the opportunity to visit with everybody, but it doesn't always make sense for everybody. We tell people, we have the conversation, do you have equity in the house? First-time home buyers typically don't have equity in their home. They've done a home with start funds or minimum down, and when you look at the costs of that you would have to roll on top of this along with your escrow rebuild, it doesn't always make sense for them. And a lot of them get frustrated, and I understand it, but it's part of that. It's not in our control. So we tell them, sit tight. I guess I tell kids my first home rate, and everybody's going to cringe when they hear this, was 10 3/4. So we are in a world where the rates are so crazy low, and it's amazing. It all sounds really great when you hear that 3%. I mean, I have people calling as well when the Fed dropped the rate down to 1/4 or to 0, and they're like, oh my gosh, our rate's really that low. And I'm like, oh no, they're not that low. So, I mean, and the consumer side, it was where it was supposed to actually help people, and I haven't seen a whole lot of action going on there either. I haven't seen banks dropping their rate because they're not going to make it so they've got to obviously make money to stay open. So
absolutely.
I always tell people we got to be level-headed about it and think about that piece of it. So
definitely.
Always sounds so good.
So with our business, we've been pretty busy lately, even with everything going on with buyers and sellers. What are you seeing with your business?
The same thing. I have a lot of purchases going on right now, which is great to see. When people do call for a refinance, I tell them, is this really what you really want to do? Are you in your forever home, or are you ready to upgrade? Now's the time to do it, because you obviously can get a 30-year fixed rate at a phenomenal number. So, I mean, utilize your realtors and builders and your community, and get out there and look online and look at some of these houses that are out there. It may be time for you to get, in touch with the realtor and get your house listed and get a market evaluation done to see if it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Now's the time to make that change.
Right. I agree. And everything, can be done virtually too. So if you want to pre-approve for a loan, we've been doing that all along online with you. So
definitely. We were also going to touch base about some of the products that North Dakota Housing has. So
yes.
I do a lot of those, and I love their products. So they actually do first-time home buyer, but you also can utilize it if this is your second home purchase down the road, or even if the third house that you've bought, and utilize it with the Roots program. So the Roots program is very similar to North Dakota Housing first-time home buyer program. It is just a tier difference. So your income limits are higher. So you're able to do a combined household as well. So qualifying more on a combined income household. Also, they have a tier where there's no origination fee, half a point they typically charge.
Okay.
Most of my buyers go into that, and I advise them to, because it just saves you sometimes thousands of dollars at closing. With the grant funds and wrapping in some points from the seller, you typically come into a purchase transaction with little or minimal money to close. So it's just a great product.
Absolutely.
And that product is actually serviced out of the Bismarck area location.
Okay.
Is where they're located. So it's local. It's great.
Yeah.
So,
That is awesome. Well, thank you.
yeah.
Is there anything else that you can think of? I didn't want to make this too terribly long, but I just kind of wanted to get some information out there for everyone, because people are a little overwhelmed with what's going on right now and kind of need some clarity. And you're a great person to talk to about this kind of stuff. So.
Well, I think too, to get people to realize that things will get back to normal, if we can call it normal.
Mm-hmm.
Hold tight. I've had a lot of calls, a lot of people calling, a lot of people reaching out, just to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel rest assured that I think there's another human being in the world here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here, and the bankers are here for you if you need to talk. But just know that it's all going to straighten out, and everything is going to turn back around. And like I said, if you are interested in buying or looking at a new build, any of that stuff, now's the time to do it. We are all here for you. So
Absolutely. Well, I know you're super busy, so I really appreciate you taking the time today to talk to me.
No problem. No problem. I appreciate it for reaching out, you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, you take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.